Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Amber or AJ, and I just want to talk to you guys really quick. This is going to be one of my more shorter videos, but I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about the one time that, let me not lie to myself, the time period where I pretended to be somebody else. So I know you probably clicked on this video and was like, what do you mean you pretended to be somebody else? Well, let me just tell you this. So there was a period of time where I didn't know who I was. I mean, obviously I knew my name, I knew my parents' names, I knew what day of the week it was and all of that stuff, but internally I did not know who I was and what my identity was. So what I used to do is I would channel, if you will, other people that were around me, and I would take on their personality traits. I would take on their mannerisms, the way they talked with their hands, the way they interacted with people, the way, even sometimes the way people laughed, because she did not know who she was. So she says, oh, these people seem to be well liked. They seem to have a lot of friends. They are beautiful, etc., etc. I am just going to act like this person. And it could have been anyone. It wasn't anyone in particular. A lot of you may not know this because I don't think I've ever shared this, but I am my mother's only child. My mother did remarry and my dad has 4 children, but they did not get married until I was, I think, about 12 or 13. And so it wasn't like I had grew up with siblings, and so I was taking on the identity of my siblings, and plus they are all younger than me. So it wasn't anything like that. It was that I truly did not understand why I was different, what made me different, why I was unique, all of these things. I didn't understand that. I didn't know how to handle that. And so I said, you know what? I don't necessarily like certain things about myself, so I am just going to take these things, delete them, and just act like other people, and that will make up my personality. So as I got older and I met my husband, had children and things like that, I began to notice certain personality traits that I didn't necessarily like anymore. I began to have my own opinions. I began to find my voice, and I was able to finally speak up for myself. And I know a lot of people may be like, how did you do that? I'm not sure how I did that. It's just one of those things that kind of just happened. And over time, as I evolved and I grew and I matured, these are just things that just happened. And so the reason why I knew that I needed to find myself is that the personality traits that I had taken on, the mannerisms, etc., that I had taken on were all adopted when I was younger. And so now that I'm an adult, these things, acting this way, saying the things that you're saying, the opinions that you have and all of that stuff was immature. And it did not fit the person that I was, because obviously I've known who I was for some time now, but then when I finally recognized who I was, those personality traits did not fit that person. Now, I have obviously since evolved into a different person from that person that I was, but it's very eye-opening to look back and realize, oh my God, I went all of this time, all of these years, acting and pretending to be somebody else. I had my name, I responded to my name when people called me, I did, but I was somebody else. I was like another person trapped in my body, is essentially how I felt. And so now a lot of the things that I talk about on my social media has to do with finding yourself, showing up as your authentic self every single day in every way, because I know what it feels like not to know who you are. And I do not want any women that follow me or who are around me, friends with me, anything like that. I don't want those women to adopt that and then lose themselves, or not even find the person to lose, but it delays them finding who they actually are. And also, it can also make people feel like they're not good enough to show up as that person. And so I know this video might have been like kind of all over the place, but the point of this video is, if you feel like you are stuck in a space where you are not showing up as yourself, you may be showing up as the way somebody told you to, the coach, the guru, the podcast, the whoever. They told you to show up in your marriage, in your motherhood, on social media. They told you to show up as this person, do these things, do that, and it's not working with you. It is not, it does not flow with who you naturally are. Let it go. I mean, there are things that you might have learned from that experience that you can take away from that, but just be you. Because the truth of the matter is, there are people that are out here that are looking for someone like you in their lives. Believe it or not. I mean, you might think you have all these quirks and all these other things, but someone is looking for that. Because what I've noticed on social media is that there is a lot of copy and pasting going on when it comes to people. And there are very few people that are showing up as themselves. And the people that are showing up as themselves, they get a little bit discouraged because there are so many other people just online acting like other people. And so if someone is already unsure of themselves, they may be afraid to be themselves in their life, online, whatever. I say online because that's primarily where I am, but do not be afraid to show up as yourself. Find yourself. Spend time with yourself. That's the huge part. We talked about it in another video where I talk about how I spend time with myself. A lot of me finding myself came through using those methods. So I seriously hope that you were able to get something out of this jumbled message. Well, to me, I think it's jumbled. To you, it might be completely straightforward, but I hope you were able to get something out of this video. It is always my goal to make sure that I reach at least one person and impact their lives in a positive way. If you have questions, feel free to email me. My contact information is below. If you have real estate needs, contact information is below. All of my social media handles are below, and I will see you guys in the next video.